Did it work? Do I look like a hunter? Now that the Elden Ring DLC hype finally died down, I can work on something relevant, like this game that came out 9 years ago. Yharnam is a really cool place, filled with lots of beasts and eldritch horrors and old men with guns. But is it a good place to live? As always, I'm assuming that the bosses I'm ranking in this video live in their boss arenas, as I haven't seen them anywhere else, have you? My name is Blake, and let's go drink some blood. I gotta say, Yharnam feels really alive for a place currently undergoing a citywide beast purge. If I lived here during that, I would probably just lock my door and fall asleep, although admittedly, it is hard to fall asleep when there's the fucking cleric beast screaming all the time. So imagine how embarrassing it is for me to be his roommate and having to constantly apologize for his bad behavior. I can't even focus on living on this bridge. I need to find my earplugs first. 2 out of 5, please stop yelling at me. Thankfully, not every place in town is so loud. I found a nice, quiet place with Father Gascoin in this super not creepy graveyard. Things were going okay until I asked him why he was living in a graveyard, when he told me he got kicked out by his daughter for turning into a beast and killing his wife. Excuse me, ma'am, is that true? She won't answer my questions, so I'll assume it is. He also freaks out whenever I play my sweet jams, like relax dude, it's not gonna turn you into a beast or anything. 2 out of 5, I don't think I'm responsible for that. Older areas of town usually have cheaper rent, and Old Yharnam is no different. This place might be a little too cheap though, if even my roommate, the blood-starved beast, can find a place. I haven't seen him eat anything since I've been here, and he always asks me for ramen whenever I make it. Yet I happened to stumble upon a brand new PS5 that he conveniently had hidden in his bedroom. Whatever, man, at least I live inside a building finally. 3 out of 5, starved my ass. Charal Lane is across town, and while admittedly I don't know who or what a charnel is, this place is pretty nice. The 2 witches that I'm staying with are pretty chill, and even their young friends who come by are pretty passive. All in all, good company for a cozy little basement suite. 5 out of 5, can I stir the big pot next? You know, I was convinced that my next roommate vicar Amelia wouldn't turn into a beast, but I guess I'm just a bad judge of character. You may notice similarities between Amelia and the cleric beast, but there is one very notable difference. That being Amelia is wearing clothes, whereas the cleric beast is not. She still screams at me all the time, but hey, at least we're living indoors now. 3 out of 5. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know how I got here. Turns out getting kidnapped into a sack isn't the best thing to do, cause it usually means you're going to jail. Thankfully, someone already spooned out, so I have free reign to go and live with my new roommate, Dark Beast Parl. I've trained him pretty well, actually, and he's learned a couple new tricks, like follow, down, and kill me with lightning. 5 out of 5, what a good boy. Guys, I already told you, I don't have that ring you're looking for. The Shadows of Yharnam are pretty chill dudes, and honestly, I don't mind living in the Forbidden Woods. It's a gated community with a good selection of fresh meat, and while I admit the graveyard isn't the nicest place to live, it's in a really nice neighborhood. 4 out of 5, can I have a cloak too? My first time in a university was pretty uneventful, I gotta say. That is until Master Willem told me to go jump into a lake, which I'm now realizing might have been an insult. But hey, I ended up here, so joke's on him. Rom is my roomie on the lake, and she's such a cutie. All we do is chat and gossip about space boys. She's a little dense, but I love her all the same. The water's pretty annoying, but at the very least it's really shallow. That being said, there's not much to do on the lake other than chat to her, but as long as it's just the 2 of us, I'll be a-okay. Ah! 2 out of 5, no more jump scares, please. Man, what did I just ask? After, what's a good rent-friendly word for killing? Evicting. After evicting Rom, Yharnam has got a bit loopy, so I think it's time for a quick detour to Dracula's castle. For some insane reason, none of the rooms inside the castle are available for rent, and the only one that is on the fucking roof. I'll be honest, Logarius is one of the cooler old men that I've gotten to live with, but living on the top of a roof while it's snowing really isn't doing it for me, man. At least I have some pillars I can lean against, but that breeze just makes it too hard to relax. 1 out of 5. Alright, back to Yharnam. The One Reborn is... oh... god, nothing, sorry. The One Reborn is, new to being alive, which means he doesn't fully understand roommate responsibility.
Roommate responsibility? What hallowed creed be this?
Such as doing the dishes, taking out the trash, and especially showering. Granted, I don't think there's a shower big enough for him, but hey, at least he always has that newborn baby smell. Even though his name is on the lease, the One Reborn also lives with his 6 surrogate mothers, who I don't think really appreciate living with a second young adult in the house. Thankfully, I can curl up and keep my distance, but it ultimately just feels like I'm moving into a place that doesn't really want me here. 2 out of 5. Would it be better if I was your dad? This looks like it'll be a whole thing, so let's just go check out some other side areas, maybe. The Hunter's Dream is a nice place. Maybe there's another dream I can go stay in for a while. Well, a nightmare is a kind of dream, I guess. I gotta say, as far as nightmares go, the Nightmare Frontier really isn't as bad as it could have been. I don't see myself publicly peeing my pants anywhere. There isn't even an army of giant spiders here. Nightmare my ass. Even though the amygdala is the part of the brain responsible for fear, I'm about 64% sure that mine doesn't look like that. That's no shade to my roommate though. I want to get along with my roommate, I really do, but there's just something in my head that keeps telling me that I should be afraid of him, and I don't know what it is. Oh well, I'm sure it's nothing. 2 out of 5. It'd be higher if I wasn't so damn scared all the time. You know what? Living with Amygdala was a little too scary for me. I think we should try and go somewhere a little more relaxing, say, I don't know, the Upper Cathedral Ward maybe? What? Jesus, can you stop that? On second thought, I think this place really sucks, actually. That being said, there is a room nearby with the Celestial Emissaries. These little goobers know how to have a good time, and living in this little garden is a surprisingly welcome and relaxing change of pace. Thanks, fellas. I needed this. 5 out of 5. One destruction of property later lets me find one of the Healing Church's greatest secrets. So what is it this time? A gay priest? 2 gay priests? That's cute, they should kiss. Oh, never mind, it's actually just a left-behind infant great one that the Healing Church has been using for its blood. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry. What, this blood? Oh, no, this isn't yours. No, I got this from another kidnapped child. Okay, so it turns out I've made some morally questionable decisions thus far, but at the very least my new place has a lot of square footage. Yeah, unfortunately I think my roommate hates everything about me, so there might be a complication or two in this residency. 2 out of 5, sorry Abritus. No joke, like, sorry dude. Okay, corpse time. Come on, let's see where we're going. Somewhere cool, huh? And it's another nightmare. I really should have seen this coming. The Nightmare of Mensis. Well, the last nightmare I went to wasn't so bad, so who knows, maybe this one will be even better. Oh, no, it's worse. Again, I really should have seen this coming. Granted, there is one shining star in this nightmare, one reason to keep dreaming, and one man who keeps me up at night in all the best ways. Mikolash. This man is fucking batshit crazy, and I love it. Is he insane? Absolutely. Does he sprint around the building rambling about some eldritch horrors all the time? Yeah, but who among us doesn't? Not to mention, this place is fucking huge! I'll take the puppets and little fellas walking around this place all day if it means I can stay in this madhouse for entertainment value alone. 5 out of 5, this shit is hilarious. Ascending to the top of the nightmare, we go past this random, surely unimportant woman and go and find this baby. Oh god, am I gonna have to raise this thing? Oh, never mind, their mom is here. Sorry, their wet nurse? What the hell's a wet nurse? Wet nurse is a... Oh. Yeah, okay. While you might think being in this small circular room with someone who's actively breastfeeding might be awkward for me, you're wrong. Murgo's wet nurse can thankfully turn our whole house into the abyss for a few minutes so she can get all of her pumping done in privacy. Though she's probably not too thrilled about me being here anyways, and like, yeah, that's fair. 2 out of 5. Damn it, Gammon, I told you not to smoke indoors. You know what, I'm too pissed off at this guy. I need to go for a walk to just clear my head.
I'm in danger!
Oh goody, another nightmare. I swear to God, if there's another giant creature here with multiple limbs, I'm gonna lose it. I guess I don't have enough insight because I definitely should have seen this one coming. Ludwig lives in a big pool of blood and bodies, which if you couldn't guess, does not smell very fucking nice. Thankfully, there's some less bloody stairs at the back where I can just chill and let Ludwig run around in his zone, but the stench is still really awful. I am also like 95% convinced that Ludwig is bipolar, because half the time he's this proper gentleman with manners and the ability to form complete words and sentences, whereas the other half of the time he gets the zoomies and goes full crazy horse on me. 1 out of 5. Sorry, little head, but thanks for the sword. It turns out this Grand Cathedral has a nightmare of its own, and its own cleric beast to boot. Shout out to Lawrence, who's a lot quieter than the other cleric beasts I've lived with. Bro is passed the fuck out most of the time that I get there, so it's actually a really chill time. That is, until I brought home this cool skull that I found, at which point he woke up and got super jealous. No, this is a different Lawrence the First Vicar's skull. Yours is still on your head, man. How can this be yours? I don't know why he's so interested in this particular skull anyway, when I bring home lots of different body parts all the time. Blood, bones, arms, flesh, umbilical cords, I got it all, baby. Eventually I'll be able to build my own roommate Frankenstyle, but until then, I'll just stick with the one I got. 3 out of 5, a bit jealous, but it's fine. After braving the Healing Church's experiments, my roommates at the top of the tower is the Living Failures? Let me be honest with y'all, as a 22-year-old college dropout who's making YouTube videos on which video game boss would be the best roommate, I get along spectacularly with these guys. We have so much in common, such as being alive and doing a bad job at it. While there isn't really weather to worry about, there is the occasional meteor shower, which makes this place look so gorgeous. 5 out of 5. You may have failed at life, but y'all succeeded in making a nice-ass home for yourselves. Man, who left their corpse here? Oh well, guess I better investigate it.
A corpse should be left well alone.
Shit! My bad, I wasn't trying to do anything creepy, I swear. I just thought that you killed yourself recently, and I just wanted to know if you needed a hand or anything. I'm so sorry. I can leave. Thankfully, that incredibly embarrassing introduction didn't scare off my newest roommate, Lady Maria. In fact, she's actually really kind. She has a history of taking care of helpless little creatures, so once again, we get along great. That and the fact that this clock tower is just so fucking cool, man. 5 out of 5, let's keep the streak going. What do I do with this? The last time I moved in with a baby, they had a wet nurse, so I figured I could give her a call to see if she can give me a hand with this child. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it on account of being, quote, dead as hell. So I guess this child is my responsibility now. Well, whatever. I'm not this kid's stepdad. I'm the dad that stepped up. Make sure to wash behind your ears. You have those, right? What did I tell you about flailing your placenta around in front of guests? For the last time, no striking your dead mother with lightning. After 18 short years of raising him, the orphan of Kos has finally graduated and is ready to go to college to become a film school dropout. Just like his old man. 1 out of 5. Raising a son was cool, but it smelt like dead God and was raining for 18 years straight. You're probably wondering how I spent 18 years raising this kid and still retained all of my youthly vigor, and that's easy. It's for the same reason that I walked out of this clock tower into this fishing village. It's a nightmare, dude. Shit just happens, okay? Roll with it. You know, now that I'm a mature adult, I think it's finally time to go scold Gman for smoking indoors. This shit is still burning? What are you smoking? Coal? Even though he's incredibly irresponsible when it comes to fire safety, I gotta hand it to Gman for living in a really beautiful place with this field of flowers. We put all that lighting the old house on fire stuff behind us, and we're good friends now. Ignore the footage of him trying to kill me, that was before the talk. We're cool now. 4 out of 5, I still don't trust him around candles. Despite living in at least one self-inflicted house fire, Gman unfortunately passed away a few days later due to natural causes. But thankfully, his old landlord actually needed a place to stay, so they moved in to help with our rent now. Works for me, I'm great at living with people. Not the first space god I've bunked with, I'm sure it won't be the last. You do have a wallet tucked into one of those ribs, right? As long as you can pay rent, because our new landlord threatened to turn me into a space worm if I was behind again.
Rent? Why, I assumed I'd pay with good cheer and eternal friendship. Ahoy hoy!
Damn it. 2 out of 5, I wish I had legs again. And that was our renting adventure through Yharnam. It was probably a lot better than most of you guys thought it would be, huh? It was for me too, and after what happened in Drang Lake, I needed this bad. For me, the worst roommate in Yharnam would have to be Martyr Ligarius. As cool as he is, I can only stand living outside in a freezing cold wind for a short time before I start to think of other living scenarios. And while there's surprisingly a lot of options for the best roommate, I'm gonna have to give it to the living failures. What can I say? When you meet one of your own, it just works. So that was my adventure through Yharnam. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, make sure to like and comment, and yeah, you know what to do. I streamed all this footage on Twitch, and there's a link below if you want to come hang out with me while I game. And yeah, that's it, I guess. Follow me for more. Okay, bye, I love you. I'm gonna go unworm myself. Kiss, bye.